I'm of course talking about the smartphone. Now this little device has got more computing capability than NASA had when it put man on the moon. And it's about 100 times more powerful than the average modern satellite.
Smartphones have a multitude of functions and over 1 million apps that can transform your handset into anything from a stethoscope to a spirit level. The smartphone is without doubt one of the most amazing feats of miniaturisation since Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
But how does a smartphone actually work? Well, let's start with the interface that we use the most often, the touch-sensitive screen. Now, touch-sensitive sounds quite delicate, doesn't it? But these things, they really are ridiculously tough.
Many of our smartphone screens are made of this stuff, Gorilla Glass. It's light, thin and strong. It's chemically strengthened by a process called ion exchange, which simply put means that sodium ions in the glass are replaced by larger potassium ions under it.
Does touchscreen actually work? Well, we've built this model in expanded layer format to try to help explain it. Basically, it acts as sort of an electrostatic field, thanks to 2 layers of conductors arranged in a grid system separated by a thin layer of glass. Now, this field needs something that conducts electricity to function, which is where we come in. Because we ourselves conduct electricity, when we touch an area of the screen, it changes the electrical charge at that point and triggers the desired reaction in the device.
So what exactly is inside this miniature technological masterpiece? Well, a lot of it, as you might expect, is made up of circuit boards, which manage calls and data. But there are a few other standout items.
Underneath this casing right here is the accelerometer, and it represented a huge innovation. When it was introduced in 2004, it was a big leap because it meant you could change the aspect of the screen just by its movement, and it helped with the development of all kinds of things from fitness apps to more interactive gameplay.
The accelerometer in your smartphone is essentially a microchip made from silicon.
To explain the principle of how accelerometers work, imagine that their housing is attached to your phone, and inside the housing is a mass attached to a spring which can move relative to your phone. So if you move your phone up, the ball lags behind and there's a stretch in the spring. The stretch can then be measured. You can use that to work out the acceleration, and your phone could then use that information to orient itself.
The smartphone's accelerometer also works alongside gyroscopes. So regardless of whether the phone is up or down, right or left, forwards, backwards, pitch, roll or yaw, its exact position and orientation can be precisely charted.